Over the last 3 weeks, our barbecuers have delivered sensational steaks, perfect pork, and finger-licking lamb. Today, it's a semi-final, and just 5 contestants remain. Emma, Duncan, Nicola, Tony, Simon, all barbecuing for their place in the final.
Remember, if it's not good, we're gonna let you know, and then we're gonna let you go.
At Barbecue HQ, the pressure is mounting.
Another blip and I'm gone. This is serious now.
And a Far Eastern challenge sees the temperature rise.
Communicate, Nicola.
You took me dish here, right? Egypt.
Who will the judges put through to the final, and which barbecuer will leave the competition for good? This is Barbecue Champ. Barbecuers, welcome back to Barbecue HQ. Each of you are still in with a chance of that title, Barbecue Champ 2015, and winning the cash prize of £25,000.
Remember, if it's not good, we're gonna let you know, and then we're gonna let you go.
Today's Barbecue HQ challenge is called Sunday Special. You've got 2 hours and 15 minutes to create your ideal Sunday lunch, complete with all the trimmings.
I want to feel like I'm in your living room. I want those memories, I want those mouthfuls. I want to know what the Sunday lunch is to you.
Good luck, guys.
Are you ready to get fired up? Your time starts now.
What y'all wanna do? Don't you know we always coming through? Me and my crew, let me hear you say fired up! Fired up! Say fired up! Fired up! Come on!
With so many elements, producing a perfect Sunday lunch requires a fine balance of temperature and timing. Emma knows another poor performance could mean an end to her chances of winning the competition.
I really need to start working on my game and pull out some great flavours, but great presentation as well. I've got to have the whole package, otherwise there's no point in being here. I might as well just go home. Today I am doing what I would call tin-canned guinea fowl. I'm going to stick a can up the bottom. As it gets hot, it steams up, comes all the way through the bird, but keeps it lovely and moist.
Alongside her guinea fowl, Emma's making pickled red cabbage and roasted vegetables.
Being in the grill off twice has given me an advantage because every time you cook, you're learning so many new different things. And I've cooked a lot more than anybody else here.
What I'm going to be cooking today is a pepper-crusted beef tenderloin, garlic broccoli, marmalade glazed carrots, and what in our family we call Menorcan potatoes. My wife is British born, she's Vietnamese heritage, so, you know, we've got all those Asian influences in our families combined. I think my wife might be struggling at home at the minute without me, being so heavily pregnant. She is really proud of me for getting into this competition, and it's something that hopefully my daughter will be proud of me in future as well.
Hey, Duncan.
Hey, Mark.
How are you?
Very good, thanks.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
What do you have toasting in there?
So I've got some 50-50 mix of Sichuan pepper and black peppercorns, doing a pepper crust on my beef tenderloin.
Beautiful.
And I'm actually going to sear my tenderloin dirty style, and I didn't want the pepper to touch the coals because it would become bitter.
Get a shot of this here. So these are Szechuan peppercorns, and it's not just heat. They actually possess kind of a numbing. The Chinese word is ma la. Now, I actually happen to love Szechuan, and you're a little bit up against it because I've been really studying it intensely for the past year. It's actually like my new passion. This guy is the hard nut to crack with Szechuan. Is that going to be okay for you, Lord Blatchford of the Taste Bud?
Well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about it.
The competition is so tough, the standard is so high. I've just got to make sure everything is done to perfection.
It's the semi-final. Oh my God, semi-final. Jeez Louise, I can't believe it. Cat's pyjamas, do you know what I mean? It's class. The ante has upped so much now.
that there's just no room for any excuse. And I have to show that I've learned along the way, that I'm not just having fun, you know, that kind of a way. I'm sticking to the traditions because it is Sunday lunch. In Ireland, we'd have a nice honey roasted ham.
Nicola plans to serve her ham with whole roasted cauliflower, roasted vegetables, and the traditional Irish mash, colcannon.
So, I've never seen ham cooked on a barbecue before. Have you done it before?
I have actually, yeah. I'm going to do this for an hour.
Okay.
Tin foil, juicy, juicy, juicy.
And what's in the rub? Because I saw you scored the surface of that ham beautifully.
This has allspice and honey and brown sugar and some other spices in there, and that's going to go all over there, and it'll go back in uncovered for the last hour.
I'm going to leave you alone. Good luck.
Okay, thank you so much. Cheers, thank you.
Semi-finals. I'm in it. I'm feeling really, really pumped about it.
After a disaster in his very first challenge at BBQ HQ,
Obviously, raw chicken is never going to be the best thing.
Simon has produced some mouth-watering dishes. Another strong performance could see him cement his place in the final.
Simon.
The judges said that so far I seem to have done all right on my meat. I've just really got out my game on my sides and my presentation.
Simon's Sunday dinner is baby chicken with prosciutto-wrapped asparagus and broccoli.
Hi, Simon. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
What's that?
That's called asparagus. I thought you were a chef.
Well, no, I'm just very surprised to see some vegetables in front of Simon.
I'm trying to get in front. I'm trying to get in
That's all
front.
right to hear.
Just for the American amongst us, can you explain to us a little bit more about what poussin is?
Poussin is baby chicken.
There you go.
I actually knew that. That was just Mark throwing me under the bus. Thanks so much. Are you going to do any kind of rub on these?
Yeah, then I'm going to make paprika garlic butter. Get the butter in underneath the skin, get it over the top and baste it.
Absolutely need to deliver. Today, we all do. It's the semi-finals. The smallest thing could see one of us going out. There's a lot of things to worry about. And I'll worry.
Tony's Sunday lunch is a shoulder of lamb with roast potatoes and rabbit dumplings.
I had rabbit and lamb stew once in a restaurant, so I thought I'd replicate that in a Sunday dinner. I've really put a lot of my time and effort dragging my family to barbecue restaurants, and it takes up a long time and a lot of my life, so winning it would just prove it was worth it.
Are those bunnies?
Little bit. Don't tell my girls.
Didn't you read Watership Down?
That's why I'm cutting them up. Scared the hell out of me, that film.
Most people are feeling enough pressure with one meat, and here you are working with two. So is it a recipe that you've made before and you're just confident that you're just going to check off the steps and...
Yeah, that's what you said.
Tell me you've made this before.
I have done this before.
Oh,
yes.
brilliant, right.
Yeah.
What woods?
Apple at the moment for the lamb. It just goes nice, it's not too heavy. It's a mild flavour lamb. It's easily smothered with different flavours and you just can't taste the meat.
Listen, man, I hope this works out for you, because you can't afford another blip, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know who framed Roger Rabbit, but I know who cooked it. That's all, folks.
With such large cuts of meat, cooking Sunday lunch on a barbecue requires precise heat control, something our contestants are only too aware of.
That's my biggest competition. I don't care. I'm not focused on anybody else. That's my competition. That meat.
Secret to getting Sunday roast perfect. Don't undercook it, don't overcook it. Simple as that.
Our resident farmer in the Dell, we have Simon.
Well, you know what? His side dishes have always been his Achilles heel. So, I was really pleased when I went over there to see him that he's got them on the go, he's started them, he's thinking about them.
That's spatchcocked. I've just put the skewers through to hold the birds together to make it easier for me to cook.
Oh, he's just put on his poussin.
Is that too soon?
This is way too soon, you know. If he's going to just get a bit of colour on the skin and take them off, that's fine. If he's going to cook them all the way through, I'm worried that they're going to get overcooked.
In here I've got red wine vinegar, all my herbs and spices. And I put it into a pan onto a hot flame just to bring down the flavours.
And then there is Emma. She's been in the grill-off twice. She knows how fragile her place in this competition is. She's battled back from the brink. I love the idea of a cola can in the place of, like, beer butt chicken. She's got flavor, she's got technique. I just only hope she can deliver and stay out of the grill-off.
I'll be constantly checking to make sure they're still standing up.
Having struggled with timing and temperature throughout the competition, Nicola desperately needs her honey-baked ham to be cooked perfectly.
I've loads of different temperatures and it's 2 hours and 15 minutes, so I have to keep fire going at all times. My ham is in there at the minute, but I need to get more on and get the degrees up, so hopefully it'll be grand. These things would light up would be a great job, wouldn't it?
Still to come on Barbecue Champ, Emma falls foul of the flames,
One is half laying down touching to the side of the barbecue.
and Tony loses his cool.
I really, really like it. I did really like it.
Welcome back to Barbecue Champ. Our 5 remaining contestants are attempting to create a sensational Sunday lunch entirely on their barbecues. With £25,000 at stake, for some, the pressure is starting to tell.
I can't get a big fire, that's what. Sorry. Just not lighting, guys.
It's halfway through the challenge, and our barbecuers need to make sure their meat is well on the way to being cooked. But is Emma being too ambitious with her guinea fowl?
One is half laying down touching to the side of the barbecue, so barbecue's helping to try and keeping it up in the right position. If the other one can stay up standing tall, I'll be happy.
Emma's not the only one having a problem. Duncan is struggling to juggle all the elements of his dish.
I'm feeling a little bit under the cosh, wishing I put my beef in just a few moments earlier.
He's preparing garlic broccoli, Menorcan potatoes and marmalade carrots, as well as his Szechuan beef.
What do you think of Duncan?
You know, he's got a beautiful beef fillet rolled in Szechuan pepper, which you know I'm not totally confident about.
At the end of the day, as much as you want to execute clean dishes precisely, you have to take risks, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Tony had a disaster with his dessert in last week's Barbecue HQ challenge, and he's taking nothing for granted.
I bombed out on the last HQ challenge. Another blip and I'm gone. This is serious now. There's no more messing around. This is it. I've forgotten completely what I'm doing.
I think for the first time we're seeing a bit of a nervous Tony.
Well, he's got a lot on his plate,
Yeah,
quite
he does.
literally. You know, he's got 2 types of meat. He's got to stuff those cabbage balls. He's got to make sure they're hot without breaking up. He set the bar pretty high.
Do you smell that, babe? I wish they had a thing on telly that you could smell. Imagine that. Just turn on the oil aroma there. Just turn it up. Who's got the remote? Oh, shut up, Nicola, you biggie. Just... Guys, that's 2 hours done. 15 minutes left to go. 10 minutes cooking. Oh my gosh.
It's lovely, isn't it? Just baked cauliflower. You don't have to do anything to it. Just put some herbs, oil, stick it on.
Unbelievable. There's no excuses now. I'm never overconfident, ever, because something can go wrong.
Well, hey, don't pick up hot things with your bare hands, children.
My confidence isn't as high as it was earlier. The beef is in there still waiting to hit temperature.
I'm making a roux 10 minutes ago. I must be off my head.
There is some pinkness to it, though I'm hoping that is smoke and not underdone.
5 minutes left! Get it on the plate! Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up!
Bravo, guys. Bravo, guys.
everyone. Well done.
Bright spring colors.
Tempted to ask you sure you haven't worked in a restaurant before, because that is fancy, my friend.
Now, obviously, I came in going, rabbit? But you know something? There really is this rich, I guess you would think almost like pot pie or like those stews that take forever when the flavors really, really combine.
The lamb, it needs a bit more seasoning to get those flavours out. I mean, you even said it yourself, it's a very delicate flavour.
Yeah.
You didn't want to overpower it.
I almost want like a stew of this. I almost wish that you had done that with just the potatoes and the carrots, because the lamb ends up almost being an afterthought.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
That is a big plate of food. And for a semi-final, I was hoping to see something with a bit more finesse.
Right off the bat, I have to say, I was very skeptical when you put the yogurt on the roasted cauliflower. I was wrong. I was an idiot. That's awesome.
The ham itself, it's just a bit under. It doesn't have that sort of soft, sort of pull apart consistency that I'm looking for in a ham.
What I had wished you had done, just because you had so little time, just cut that sucker in half. Look who decides to throw down.
Well,
Wow.
I'm sure that veg is hiding something quite special under there. Come on, there we go. Look, let the dog see the rabbit. Or let...
Is that a British thing?
Or the Poussin. Yeah, that is a British thing. I've got to tell you, we were a little bit nervous, right? We saw when the Poussin went on, we thought, oh no, it's too early, what's he going to do? And actually what you did is you listened to what we've been saying, you took it off, you rested it, it went back on again.
You cooked the bird perfectly, juicy all the way through to the bone, and enough smoke to add flavor and not overpower such a delicate, delicate bird.
Those guys, they really know what they're talking about. And to get the really positive comments that I've got today, yeah, it means so much. The fact that they said I've cooked a Poussin properly on a barbecue, you know, I'm feeling absolutely fantastic over that.
Okay, so it looks great, lots of colour.
Yeah, I love it. We have a little bit of cold British weather on the outside, some Szechuan peppercorn to warm us up on the inside.
I think the broccoli is delicious, nicely cooked. You did use a lot of garlic, but it's worked really well with it. The beef fillet is very, very tasty. The beef itself is delicious. The Szechuan pepper on it is really sort of numbing me out, and the black peppercorns are really quite harsh.
Almost like a very sort of bitter kind of bracing flavor.
Mixing the Szechuan and black pepper was something I hadn't done before. I honestly think that's put my place here in jeopardy.
This is a family show. I'm more of a breast man.
I'm a leg man.
Together, we should go out dating.
That guinea fowl looks super moist. You can see the smoke ringing in there. That is actual smoke ring rather than sort of blood or anything like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
I have to say, no, it's all right. It is cause for celebration. See, yay! The red cabbage, I have to say, a little on the sour side.
Okay. I've been losing sleep over that guinea fowl. As soon as I saw that it was still juicy and it wasn't dry or overcooked, my diaphragm went from up here to down here.
Guys, like you, I've grown up with the tradition of Sunday lunch, a meal that is cooked indoors in a conventional oven. What you've done today is show everybody that you can take it outside, cook it on the barbecue, and get fantastic results.
One person really, really impressed us in this challenge in a big way. And so today, the Duke of the Déjeuner is Emma.
Well done. Well done, guys.
Yep, skibidi-doo! I've actually won. Won the first challenge.
So, well done, Emma. However, you'll all get the chance to impress the judges in the location challenge and hopefully secure your place in the final. For this week's location challenge, it's time to dig out your chopsticks. We're taking a trip to the east. Barbecuing is done differently all over the world. Before the contestants take on their East Asian challenge, Adam explores barbecuing Punjabi style at the famed Tayyab's restaurant in East London.
We're in the kitchen at Tayyab's. This is Watson. We are going to kick it off with their legendary mixed grill. So what's the first step, Chef?
Flat side of the tenderizer.
So let me see if I have my my pounding kung fu down. Am I good here?
Yep.
How thin do we want to go, Chef?
Don't be afraid. Keep going, keep going. Press.
Oh, love this idea of pounding out the bone. That's so brilliant. Cooks quicker and releases all that marrow. The next element is chicken tikka.
This was already seasoned chicken tikka, and it's just seasoned and then skewed. Best tenderizer is raw papaya. Blended down into a paste, it will tenderize it within hours.
Well, that makes sense because papaya enzymes like a digestive.
That's right.
Our final element of this, our delicious mixed grill here at Tayyab, is
The Sikh kebab. This is what we Punjabis, Pakistani Punjabi call this is a Sikh.
Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow.
wet your hands.
Wet your hands, yeah.
This is so the meat doesn't stick.
That's right, yeah.
Little
so
tip for home cooks making burgers. Let's get these to the grill.
I'll see you at the table.
So much flavor, so much.
This is heaven.
Oh, along the bone.
Along the bone.
That's outstanding. Unbelievable. Sikh kebab.
Sikh kebab.
Okay. It's almost like the best meatball you've ever had in your life. And now the tikka. The feast in the East is incredible.
Still to come on Barbecue Champ, our semi-finalists take on an Asian street food challenge. And it's all going down in Camden Town.
Nick, I'm gonna need that space.
I'm moving it now, but just hang on. Calm down.
Just letting you know.
Barbecuers, welcome to the iconic International Street Food Market in Camden, London, for your Flavours of the East location challenge. Many countries from around the world use unique ingredients, flavours and cooking techniques to create their own distinct form of barbecue. Today, our contestants will have 2 hours to cook a selection of authentic East Asian street food to serve to Camden Market's very own stallholders.
Your time starts now!
Our barbecuers have been split into teams. The Dragons, Simon and Emma, are taking on the Tigers, Tony, Nicola and Duncan. They'll have the choice of pork, chicken, duck or beef.
Just going to go Chinese style, really. I'm going to go beef, mushrooms, black beans. I'm making almost like an egg roll pancake, just to go on the side. I know it's not Chinese, but hopefully it'll bring Simon's stuff and my stuff together nicely.
This is a lot winging it. I've chosen Japanese. I'm going to do chicken and spring onion and plain, just salted chicken. So, here goes.
It's the barbecuer's last chance to make it into the final, and for some, it could prove a real challenge.
I can't even undo these bottles.
Tony, like Simon, is attempting to master the Japanese yakitori grill. Its authentic Binchotan charcoal provides a consistent heat for a long period, perfect for cooking skewers. The challenge is to cook the food without burning it.
Tony.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing, Morgan?
Well, I thought I'd give it a little test,
Yeah.
just with some chicken,
Fair
just
enough.
to see how it reacted, really. This is not taking very long to get
Yeah.
these bits of chicken cooked. I don't think I cut them particularly well, but I was...
No, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squid, anyone?
Having disappointed with her Sunday roast, Nicola has to up her game.
I really need to do well because I haven't been in the top yet, and it's the last kind of chance to be in the top before I go into the final.
She's cooking duck using 5-spice as a rub to achieve an authentic Chinese flavour.
Miss Nicola! Hello, my
How are
lady.
you doing?
I'm not too bad.
So this is like my department. This is what my aunties used to make.
Yeah, so.
Smells correct. Smells good.
Yeah. You know, there's no room for mistakes, and I was so annoyed the other day. I was raging with myself. It was like a split-minute
You
decision.
know what? Let it go. It's
Let it go.
Duncan's cooking Thai and is making beef satay skewers with coconut rice.
It's a really tough challenge. To have the different cuisines and the meats as well is possibly cause for more conflict.
I've got a basic idea of the flavour profiles, but this is not my bag.
Just enjoy it, hun.
Yeah,
We'll be back at work next week.
down the job centre.
So let's first start with our dragon, Simon.
You know, right now he is completely out of his depth. You know, he doesn't know what he's going to do. He's throwing together, you know, flavours that seem a bit Asian.
Simple, harmonious, clean Asian flavors. That's what it's going to take to be a barbecue champion, to stay in this competition through the final.
So Tony and I are obviously cooking the same dishes then. So we'll see. It's down to the judges then, isn't it?
I have a lot of faith in the dragons. Kind of like Yoda. They may only be 2 of them, but judge them by their size, do you?
My beef is going to be nice, thin, and by doing that, I don't have to cook it for so long, but it also remains nice and moist.
Having failed to deliver using Asian spicing in the last challenge, Duncan has a lot to prove.
What's going on?
So I'll be doing a Thai-style beef. I'm going to be cooking it as a satay, but not the traditional peanut-based satay.
Obviously, you got to come back strong after what happened at HQ. Are you feeling good about your chances?
Yep, I'm feeling good. I know I've got to prove something today, so I've got to go all out.
Duck's fine. I'm just checking the temperature with a temperature probe to get it to 75, which is medium, not medium rare. 65 is medium rare. I don't want to put too many in, because if I put too many in, it brings the temperature of the fat down, and then they're not cooking. So it has to be cooked correctly. And I need a crispy skin, because you have to have a crispy skin on duck, don't you?
We saw this in the challenge at HQ. She had to prepare a plate of food for judging, and she did a 5-pound gammon ham that didn't get cooked through all the way. In the time challenge, why would she do all the duck breast?
I've got coconut milk in here. I'm cooking the rice in it, so it just has that really nice creaminess. Adding ginger and toasted coconut to the end to finish it off.
By testing the yakitori grill, Tony's got his coals to the right temperature.
It's actually really nice to use. I really, really like it. I did really like it.
Tigers, dragons, this is your 30-minute time check. Half an hour left to go.
Okay, where's the plate?
I just want to come in here and hug you.
Oh, thank you.
Hug me, it's going to be okay.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine.
I spilled mine too!
The cramped conditions are getting our barbecuers down.
Are you needing all this space?
What for?
I need to cook my rice.
Well, I haven't finished my duck. 3 barbecues.
I know, but I want to share.
Well, I'm only using one, you know. All right, babe. Is it all right?
Yeah. Do you want
Yeah.
a taste?
Is it hot or?
Oh, no, it's not so bad.
Ooh, you got the sweet, the sour, the kick. Yeah. Burnt my tongue, but it was.
But things are even hotter over on Team Tiger.
Nick, I'm going to need that space
I'm
soon.
moving it now. We'll just hang on. Calm down.
Just letting you know.
As the Tigers toil, so far it's been plain sailing for Team Dragon.
Most of the little things are all done. It's just the skewers. They take 3 minutes each side. We've got plenty of time. He's a master when it comes to the grill.
Hairy sphericals.
You're right.
No, the bloody things are burning. I am not being beaten. A bit of dirty skewers there. I'll have to re-skewer them.
Back at the Tigers, Duncan has finally managed to cook his rice.
Some of it's burnt, but might have got away with it. If I get the stuff around it, it won't taint it too much.
Where's the other round dish?
What other round dish?
Oh, you took it for your rice. If you want to serve rice, that's fine. I thought we were doing pak chai.
There's nothing wrong with doing 3 sides.
Well, that's grand. Well, one will have to just go. What can you do?
Communicate, Nicola, that's what.
No, you took me dish. I put the 2 of them there.
Well, I
You
grabbed
just
it from
took it,
there.
dude.
You'll be able to see that.
You took the dish. Egypt.
Tigers and Dragons, 5 minutes left!
Oh, ho, ho.
Come on, guys, you gotta start moving. Start moving. Get it up.
And
What's
5,
that, Tony, coming through?
It's done.
3, 2, 1. Time's up! Thumbs down!
Bravo, guys. Well done.
Trying to get it all together at the end was really difficult. Duncan took my plate and I was like, you took my plate. And, you know, because it's getting to the stage where it's about every man for themselves.
Will their Asian street food stand up to the scrutiny of the more experienced market stall holders?
What did you have?
The duck, the rice, the broccoli, the beef.
Okay, so
Very good.
if this food was served on the market, would you be worried for your livelihood?
It will be alright.
Okay.
Moving swiftly on, let's see what the judges think.
I think anyone with taste buds would be upset about the way that beef was done.
Dude, I'm upset.
All those beautiful, authentic Thai flavors. The fish sauce, the palm sugar, the basil, completely gone.
The smells are fantastic.
Up until you get the rice to your nose, and then it smells like a marshmallow.
It is like burnt rice pudding, and you know what's more, the beef is overcooked. That's really disappointing for me.
Nicola's duck.
Smells good.
In my experience of duck, I think that's a bit dry.
My experience in having a tongue, that's a little bit dry.
But the bok choy is beautiful.
Okay, this one is Tony the Tiger's.
Hopefully it's great.
Hey. No, I like that. I like the look of that. No,
Wait, that's a little mushy, no? You tell me you wouldn't want that a little bit more?
Would you feed that to your kids?
Oh, don't say that because I've just eaten it.
Only Tony tested the equipment, which I think speaks to how much he wants to be here, how much he wants to win, and the fact that he's willing to learn. I just don't know if he actually learned.
Emma's. It's a little party on a plate.
The crowd went so crazy for this, there was nothing left.
Just looking at it, you can see how well she's cooked that beef before I even eat it.
All the individual components have been cooked really, really well.
I like the little omelet. Surprisingly, that and the veggies held the flavor. The beef, not.
It's Simon's Japanese chicken.
This, first of all, looks like true Asian street food. Whoa.
Do you know what that spring onion is also going to do? When you've got chicken up against chicken, there's going to be a spot there where it's not cooked. Having chicken up against spring onion, up against chicken, is going to make sure the chicken is cooked all the way through.
That's a great tip. Come on.
Amazing. Like Mama makes.
The only negative I can say about that is the salad, whilst beautiful, crunchy and delicious, takes away a little bit of the flavour from the skewer.
Well done today, guys.
Some of you produced really beautiful plates of food.
Tigers, you have so much talent, but ultimately, while watching you guys, teamwork seemed to really, really let you down. This is not an easy challenge. This is something that you are all unfamiliar with. The team that ultimately did succeed is the Dragons.
Well done, guys.
And someone really, really blew us away, quite frankly. Simon!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, bloody hell, what a day! Cooked in a fantastic place with fantastic people, and it's been one of the best days out.
Coming up on Barbecue Champ, who will reach the final and which barbecuer will triumph in the grill-off?
The fourth person leaving Barbecue Champ is...
Welcome back to Barbecue Champ. Adam and Mark are about to decide which of our 5 remaining barbecuers will go head-to-head in the grill-off to battle it out for a place in next week's final.
All right, my brother. Emma and Simon, they're the 2 best this week without question.
Listen, it all comes down, for me, to heart. Who wants it the most? And those 2 guys really want it.
Now, Tony, this guy entered this competition like a force of nature. And then we've seen a profound decline in form from him.
I think it's between me, Nicola and Duncan as to who goes in. I just don't want it to be me.
Now, Duncan.
There were some real fundamental mistakes that he made. You know, burning your rice, you know, it just permeated through the whole dish.
Maybe Duncan's sunk.
It's just getting to the point now where we're not using recipes we've perfected before. We're not even using recipes we might have tried before.
Our little Irish whirlwind Nicola. Inconsistent doesn't really hit it. It's like peaks and valleys.
She needs to learn to adapt and control her time a lot better. Listen, nothing focuses the mind like a grill-off. Adam and I expected perfection, and some of you delivered, while others didn't. And the first person in this week's grill-off is... Nicola.
The second person in this week's grill-off is... Duncan.
That means Simon, Emma, and Tony, you're through to the final.
Very much, man.
Really happy to have avoided Tony. I think Nicola was the preferred choice for me because I've got the skill set to beat her.
I want it more than anything I've ever wanted. I've had the most amazing, life-changing experience being here. Like, all I do is cook. And I want to keep cooking. Sorry.
Nicola, Duncan, you both have 45 minutes to create a dish that you think will keep you in the competition using identical ingredients.
The ingredient in this week's grill-off is... chops. These are indeed the top of the chops. We have the lovely English roast veal, lamb, and pork. Each chop must have its own signature glaze that complements the flavor of the meat.
We want you to cook each chop medium. So that means a nice char on the outside, crispy fat, and beautifully pink and moist in the middle. Remember, don't overpower the meat with your glaze.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Your 45 minutes starts now.
Okay. They each have to make 3 different glazes for 3 different meats, all with different cooking times. So this is going to be really tough.
There's lots of different sizes of meat and obviously being different types, it's a problem. It's going to be tricky making sure that we do deliver all meats medium.
My plan is to cook the meat nice and medium. I want to get the meat dry so it gets a good back. I'm much more of a sauce woman, but obviously when I barbecue, I do use glazes, like marinades, and they end up being a glaze when they get to that high heat.
Let me explain to you what my take on a glaze is. It's something sweet, it's something sugary, it's something vinegary, and it's something, more importantly, that you brush on, you cook on.
I'm going to just get the flavours of a salsa verde.
A salsa verde?
Strain it. Add more mint and parsley later. I think it's an invention in my mind.
The word was glaze, not a sauce, not an accompaniment. Okay, well, it's a party over in Duncan's kitchen. He broke out the beer, so already he's got my vote.
A little bit of Dutch courage there. So I've got soy, ginger, garlic, dark muscovado sugar, and ale.
So I love that. So he's going to go with his Asian flavors, and plus, because of that honey, that's going to be enough to actually be a glaze, right?
Mm-hmm. Remember what we said at the top of the challenge? Don't overpower it.
The Yeah, well, obviously the biggest ones now. The biggest one is the veal chop. So that one's my one that I'll have to really baby.
Every chop we gave them was a double chop, okay? Now, there's nothing in the rules that says you can't just split that straight down and make 2 chops out of it. Cooking it quicker, taking the pressure off a little bit, but also getting more of that glaze onto your meat, increasing the surface area.
He's separating his right now.
So perfect.
No, she's going nice and low.
That's clever. You know, she's dropped her rack so that now her meat is going to be so much closer to the fire.
She hasn't split any of them up bone by bone. So she's got less time, more heat, but more chop to cook through.
Got the old veal on now. Getting loads of fire in it. I'm doing it like my Fiorentina style.
I just want to get a tiny bit of heat to them. When the time is right, I'm going to move them over and start caramelising them while keep applying the baste.
So he's got to be super careful because what he's doing is he's applying his glaze directly onto the meat. You want to caramelise the flesh first, then add your glaze. He's going to struggle to get that crispy skin because what's going to crisp is going to glaze and not the meat.
Ah.
My pork's gone on the grill now.
Is that too hot?
Smell this. Can you smell it? Can you smell that? You can smell that's burnt meat. The oil is running off and it's creating its flame. Golden rule, you don't want to see flame.
There's no harm in a char, that's what it's all about.
It looks cooked on the outside. You go ahead and eat it, and inside it's still raw.
I'm confident with my cooking method. So what I'm doing is continually keep turning. I don't want anything to get too much colour. Give it time for the sugars to caramelise and give that glaze. Just going by what I trust in, really, my instinct. It's the only thing I've got.
40 minutes gone, 5 minutes to go. 5 more minutes to the end of the grill off. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, end of grill off.
Well done, guys. Nicola, well done, mate.
Nicola. Well done,
Well
Duncan.
done, well done, well done.
Nicola, Duncan, please bring your food forward for judging.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nicola, let's start with yours.
I should have cut it in half, maybe. I didn't know that was part of the plan. I didn't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Dunk the funk. Cheers.
Obviously, we have a decision to make.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Cheers, thank you. I'm just feeling kind of robbed because I didn't know you could cut the meat. So that's what people do at home in the barbecue. Barbecue champ, you cook big meats.
Let's start with Nicola's pork. This is, to me, a really successful glaze from her. And I saw her making the ingredients of a traditional salsa verde. I was like, well, she obviously missed the point. Now, I think it's a very brilliant conceit to make it a glaze. The flavors are fantastic.
So she's achieved a good sear on the outside. The fat's been rendered slightly, but she just didn't nail the cooking temperature.
So let's go over to Dunk the Funk. I would say we should talk about the lamb, but I think the remnants kind of speak for themselves.
Dude, I couldn't help myself.
You know, he didn't have that sear. He didn't necessarily have the punchiness of Nicola's flavors. He did have an excellent cooking temperature, and his glazes were, in fact, truly glazes. So we have a lot to consider. It'll be a tough decision for us.
Nicola and Duncan, sadly, it's time for one of you to leave the competition for good.
Now, two very, very talented barbecuers went into the grill-off to make us 3 chops cooked to medium and original glaze for each. And in this challenge, one barbecuer exceeded her expectations and one just fell a fraction short. The 4th person leaving barbecue champ is... Nicola.
It's grand, guys. Don't worry. I've had the absolute best time my whole life. And it's been a pleasure to cook for you guys.
Oh, it's been a pleasure to eat it.
Well done. Well done.
I'm through to the final. It is amazing.
I'm getting the chop now, but well, it's well deserved to Duncan. You know, he pulled out the tricks out of the bag, and you know he was just on top of it today.
It's just going to be insane, the final.
On you tomorrow night at 7 here on ITV with some famous faces. Bradley Walsh hosts Keep It in the Family before we look into what's been the biggest night on TV for decades in the Saturday Night Story, new at 8. Next this Friday night, the latest ITV news at 10.